Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Elevated Beauty Podcast. I'm your host, Emily Fouts, and today we are going to be talking about Accutane or isotretinoin. So, Accutane, the big bad. I did make an infographic post about this on Instagram, and so I'm going to kind of be reiterating some of that information on there. So, we're going to be covering why does it have a bad name in the aesthetic community, and what happens when you opt in for this treatment. The reasons that people do choose this as a treatment for the acne, and the reasons you may not want to choose this as an option for your acne, and what are some other solutions. So let's start off with what is Accutane. So Accutane or isotretinoin is an oral medication prescribed by a dermatologist or medical practitioner, and it is used for the treatment of severe acne. And the reason a lot of people will opt in for this is because acne is debilitating. It takes a toll mentally and physically. As acne is a complex condition, it can be very difficult to treat without the proper knowledge. So if someone has went through a lot of different treatments that they have just tried over time and they feel like they've exhausted all of them, this can be a point which they decide that Accutane is the answer. There's so much acne advice out there. There's so many skincare products. It can be too easy to just try so many different things and you wreck your barrier and you get frustrated. Yeah, for a lot of people, it seems like a solution, and it does present as a solution for tough acne, especially by dermatologists. And while it has been a solution for many, it does not come without complications. So I'm going to go over some of the complications and reasons why you may not want to consider Accutane as a solution. So, as previously mentioned, acne is a complex condition, and it's caused by a variety of sources. A lot of the times, the way that I treat acne, at least, is holistically. So treating your whole body as a unit and not just treating topically or the symptoms. So I know as an acne specialist that acne is sourced from inflammation, excess oil production, occasionally fungal yeast overgrowth and bacteria. But more than not, it is inflammation or oil production triggered by something internal that's going on in your body. So I, as a holistic acne specialist, tried my best to identify those triggers and then we can manage it. But the way that Accutane works is it acts as a band-aid, suppressing the acne formation by altering your bodily function. And how it does that is it works by shrinking your oil glands and slowing down cellular production. So some side effects from that can be severe birth defects. If you are a female, you do have to go through a pregnancy test, I believe, every month. And then obviously you are on a form, if not two forms, of contraceptive. You also will have irregular periods. It can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, vaginal dryness, with it shrinking your oil glands. It is going to do that on your whole body. You will have dry eyes. You'll have dry, maybe even cracked skin, and then it impairs your wound healing as well because it's slowing down that cellular production. It'll also could cause excessive sweating, joint pain, pressure on the brain, and more. There's a huge list of side effects, and for me, that's enough to say no. But a lot of people they're just at a mental space where they're broken down so bad by their acne that they're just willing to do this. So, another solution. Any stage of acne can be addressed without the use of harsh drugs. If you see an acne specialist, you'll discover a holistic approach, like I kind of talked about before, which is treating your body system as a whole. So, most acne presents as a result of an internal function or imbalance, like we talked about, and you'll discover your acne triggers and learn how to keep acne from forming while treating at the same time. So, when you go through an acne bootcamp consult with me, I have virtual and in person, we will identify your triggers, and then we will learn how to manage those and limit your exposure to those triggers, as well as treating the outcome that has happened from those triggers exacerbating your acne. So some of the benefits from this obviously is no side effects from the Accutane treatment, because you're treating your skin holistically, and then you will have better knowledge on the way that your skin and body functions. For me, if I'm doing something, I'm going to want to know every little thing about it, and I think it's just great to have that awareness and be a little bit more in sync with your body. Nutritional awareness, which is great too. You will never not benefit from being more nutritionally aware. You'll have a custom skincare routine, just for you. There are too many, like skincare packages, like here's an acne package. Skincare is not a one-size-fits-all, so that's a great benefit by seeing an acne specialist, a professional, esthetician. You get that custom skincare routine, and you get a professional mentor. So when you take the clinical approach with a doctor, it's not like you can message them and be like, hey, I have a question about this, or I'm experiencing this. Like, you have to call in and you have to make an appointment, and they have to come see them. And a lot of estheticians, might require their clients to book a consult every time, but I don't know. I would say probably more than not, estheticians' messages and DMs are open for their existing clients, at least during business hours, and they'll get back to you. I know for me, I do. If my client, I always tell them, if you have any questions, send me a message. I'm here to help you. I'm your mentor in here when it comes to your skincare, and I want to help you. It's literally my job, and I love it. It's my passion. And I have had clients who have done Accutane in the past, and then they come to see me and they're still struggling with acne. Or I've seen people who've done Accutane in the past and it's controlled their acne, but now they have like permanent side effects, such as there's in my opinion, from what I've seen, there's a look to the skin of someone who has done Accutane before. It is a little bit thinner skin. It is generally more sensitized and generally a bit more dry. So when you do Accutane, it does change the dynamic. It shrinks your oil glands, and you're kind of left with some of those side effects. But again, I'm not shaming anyone. If that's the path you felt like you need to take, that's amazing. If it gave you results, that's amazing. All I ever want is for people to be happy with the skin that they're in and achieve their goals. I personally treat skin holistically because I feel like it's the healthiest way. And, but I do understand some people may choose Accutane because they're exhausted or they don't have the money at the moment to spend on a $300 skincare routine initially, and maybe their insurance will cover the Accutane. With me, I do offer financing for my guest, and of course that initial investment can be huge to a lot of people, and you'll never re-up on all of your product at the same time, so it's not going to be like it's $300 every 4 months for all your skincare. It's just like that initial investment, but I understand that can be hard. So I never want to shame anyone for making the choices that they feel they need to make and what they feel is best for them. But just because I am a holistic esthetician, I don't think Accutane is the answer. So I want to just spread awareness around Accutane, but also feel for people who have chosen that path. As always, thank you guys so much for listening, and I am going to leave a section open for commentary on this episode. If you have been on a round of Accutane in the past, or if you're currently on Accutane, please share your experience. I'd love to hear about it, positive or negative. Let's just start a conversation. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you next Monday, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, for another episode.